time for a homebrew Wednesday, and I've decided I'm going to make it a little bit more of a special one and crack open a specialty beer. I'm not going to do a kind of review of it, but just kind of in honour of someone. Before I touch on all that, homebrewing related things, I've got a fruit beer on the go at the moment. I was going to get some fresh cherries and put it onto a wheat beer, but didn't kind of get my act together and get them in time at the supermarket, so I ended up going with some frozen forest fruits. Last year I did a raspberry wheat beer for an engagement party, which proved really good. Everyone loved it. That couple have now had their baby, so I cracked the last bottle of the beer that I had of that, and it was fantastic. Even a year, just under a year or a year and a bit on, it's still a really good beer. So I thought I've got to do another one this year, so that's on the go at the moment. It's in secondary with all the fruit, and I'm hoping to bottle it sort of midweek. Had a bit better success with stouts. I had a couple of bottles of stout that I forgot that I put away. My latest batch of stout tastes really odd. It's kind of got a metallic taste that I can't put my finger on where it's come from. Same recipe I've brewed many times before. It's the dry stout from the book. And one I brewed up quite a while back, I put into a keg. That's long gone. That was tasty. But I had 2 bottles left over, so I bottled them, forgot them. I put one with the primary sugar that I normally put in a stout, kind of what most books say for that level of CO2, and I did one with no carbonation at all, just no sugar. Had them, and they've been in the bottle a good kind of, maybe 7 months now. And the one without any carbonation or extra CO2 added to it by means of sugar was fantastic, exactly how I'd kind of expect a stout to be, kind of just the right gentle carbonation. And the one with the normal amount of carbonation wasn't sort of crazy fizzy, but there was that element of a little bit more carbonation than there should be, which again I think for me, maybe some of my stouts haven't been fermenting out as quite as well as they should in the flat, and if they haven't and you've added more sugar than you need to, then it's a recipe for disaster. So I think for me, going forward, stouts will always have no carbonation sugar added to it, unless it's in a keg and I can control it. So it gives the right carbonation, especially for when I'm doing it in the flat and I don't have CO2 on hand. It's just natural carbonation. So that aside, give a couple of shout outs. Mainly my main one, they're going to kind of link into each other in a way, is to say a farewell to Ant Rogerson. He's not gone, he's still commenting on that, but he's just not going to be doing the videos. It's a big loss, I think, to the homebrewing community. Definitely one of, I've got so many people that I follow on YouTube, but trying to keep track of, I like to try and watch all the videos as much as I can. If I don't always get a chance to comment, I'll definitely put a like on there and thumb it up. But yeah, his comedy, was excellent. Kind of one of the I would say the very funny ones on YouTube that always added a bit of comedy to his videos. Never took himself too seriously and always took the mick out of others, but all in good fun. It was, he'd be a big hole in the community now where he stood, and he definitely preached well from that book. I think he's probably brewed more recipes out of that book than probably most people, and inspired them to go and get it and then brew their own one. So I thought, in honour of Ant Rogerson, I thought I'd crack open an Imperial Stout. I'm not going to sink it because that'd just be wrong. I'll leave that for Ben. But I've got a bottle of Fuller's Imperial Stout. I've been holding on to this for a long time. I got it when it first came out, which I can't even remember when it was. I think it weren't cheap. It was about 8-9 quid or something. And I've just had it tucked away, and never quite got around to drinking it. So I thought I'd crack it in honour of Ant Rogerson and give him a farewell drink and give me an excuse to crack this. I've already took it out of the box, broke the seal to had visions of it going everywhere. Like I say, it's been stored and aging for a long time. Probably not the best beer to be having midweek, but it's got to be done. 10.7%. Boy, does it smell strong. Very kind of, well, just strong. Lots of molasses and kind of Dark fruits going on. Right, I'm gonna dive in. Wow, now that is exceptional. Really, really nice. I know with a lot of the fuller special editions, I've recently got their latest special edition beer. Um, they say to hold on to them, and you know, often the head brewer will be tweeting and saying now's a good time to drink such and such. And I did have a couple of their the year ones, like the 1999, 2000. And I know a lot of people hold on to them and keep them for a long time, but you know, how long is too long before you know you don't drink it? So cheers, Ant, to all your vids that you did put up, and hopefully maybe one day you'll get a chance to come back, but keep commenting and keep brewing. Now, this brings me on to something else. Another chap that I follow on YouTube, I think I would say recently discovered, is a chap called Alex Rock, and he's got a blog and a YouTube account, Rock On Beer. And I'll just get it up now on here. Yeah, he's an American chap living in Denmark. And what surprises me most about his kind of content is it's really, really good. But yeah, on YouTube he's only got 98 subscribers, which I think is a crime. So I'm going to put the links to his channel down below, and I just, you know, anyone who follows me, go out and check Alex's Rock On Beer blog and also his YouTube account, because for someone that the videos that he's producing, putting up, to only have 98 subscribers is a crime to YouTube and a crime to the beer world. So, you know, I urge you all to head over there, give him some YouTube love and subscribe to him. And like I say, he's done some great videos, and what brought me on to making me want to drink this beer was that he's recently put up a video about cellaring beer and how long you should keep beer for. And it's always one of these things where I don't cellar a lot of beer. There's probably about 4 or 5 beers that I'm holding on to. I've got a Courage beer that says that it's good for like however many years, and I've kept it. Hamilton Homebrew got it for me. I had one, I drunk it. I think he got me the second one, and I'm aging it, and I'm hoping to keep it until one of my daughters is 18, and then crack it, you know, because it claims it can last that long, and it should. Most, you know, strong beers that are that one. I think it's their Imperial Stout as well, actually. So it's only a little 330, but I'm just putting it away somewhere and keeping it hidden. I've got Harvest Down engine oil, I think a 30-year version. That was about a tenner for a little bottle. That's being aged. I had this that was being aged, but sometimes I'd be sitting there in traffic on the way and I'm thinking, oh, you know, like, am I ever going to drink that beer? And you think to yourself sometimes, if I was to have an unfortunate accident, this sounds really morbid, but you know, if you died and then your wife found your beer stash and just threw it all down the sink, or gave it away to one of your friends and they didn't like beer and they tried this and thought, wow, that was awful, what a waste. And I know some people will say, oh, sell the beers and age them and keep them. And I know some people collect these beers, and you know, I think beer does kind of trade well as well. Now some people kind of sell certain beers and that, but I don't know, sometimes I think life's too short to kind of sit on these good things and not enjoy them. So I think, you know, I'm going to start consuming some of my stash. This is really good, and like, you just never know what tomorrow brings, do you? I think there's only one other way that I'm going to be able to finish this video and soak up this beer, and in honour of Ant Rogerson, I'm going to be diving into a packet of Mr. Porky's. There's nothing better than pork scratchings to soak up a nice strong beer like this. Cheers, Ant, and check out Rock On Beer blog and his YouTube channel. Cheers.